2, 1. I think we're live now.
Sure. I don't see
I'm
it.
looking. It says setting up. Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Welcome to Living by Oak Values, the show where we break down the values that make us better men, better leaders, and better humans. I'm Gary, better known as Superior Mailman, here at Living by Oak Values, where we are real, raw, and ready to rebuild. So let's dive in and make this one unforgettable.
And I'm Rob, and today we're digging into a value that is part of the most important part that really you can't see it, but it changes everything you do. It's called spirituality. Ugh.
Spirituality.
Superior, yeah. Whether you've been with us from the start or just now tuning in, welcome to the crew. Grab your free next level diet packet on our website at northmancoaching.com. And today is going to be a hair different. I am going to try to interview Gary because Gary really likes this value lately. He can't seem to get it off of his chest. So, um, Gary, starting us off, can you take us back to a moment when something shifted? When did you first sense that there was more to life? I guess
More to
spirituality.
life or the spirituality part?
Yeah,
Um,
let's start with there.
we'll start with that. So, real quick, I don't see us on my phone. So, you sure we're live? Oh,
It
just
it
asking.
it looks live, yes.
Okay, as long as you're cool. I don't see
And
it.
I just got notified
Oh,
it's
I got notified now.
live.
All right, we are. We're good. We're good. More to life. All right. All right, we're back. All right, so spirituality. It was on the mountain on Redemption Rock when we went to Redemption Rock, Idaho, near Coeur d'Alene. We went for that hike up the mountain, and there was all the scriptures on the rocks and whatever. I mean, I know that you are definitely more spiritual or religious than I am, or was. You still are. But I don't know. I feel like I felt something. I don't know what it was. And then when we were driving the ATV, or you were driving the ATV, and I would not drive it. I this sounds so corny as I say it, but I felt I had a friend in the Navy, and he passed away. He was driving an ATV, and it flipped over and landed on top of him. And I felt him telling me not to drive the ATV. And that was the start of everything getting weird and kind of uncomfortable. Because I wasn't willing to accept what was going on in my head at the moment. So I can go further, or you can ask the questions that you have lined up, and I can.
Well, keep going because this is your story, and you're leaving out some good parts. And I don't know if you want me to go
I
back and ask you, hey, well,
why don't you ask the question, or go and freestyle some questions that help me jog my memory on what we might have conversated about.
so okay, going up the mountain, all right?
Yep.
What about it? What about it
You're frozen.
made you feel? Am I really?
All right.
Oh.
Now you're good. Start again.
What about going up the mountain made you feel spiritual?
What was I don't know. I cannot tell you what it was. It was just a feeling of I don't know. It's so hard to explain it. It wasn't even the first time up the mountain that got me. It was the second time up that mountain with you, and I'm trying to recall the whole thing. I just remember like feeling lighter, and someone or something said not to fear. Don't fear, whatever. I don't know what I was not supposed to be afraid of. So I'm not. I don't know. I can't put it. It's so hard to put into words. I should have tried to write this down, but I didn't want to write it down. I wanted to be as real as I can possibly be.
Mm.
So, yeah, there's a second time at the mountain that I felt lighter, and something or someone, whatever, was saying to not be afraid.
To be afraid of
I don't know.
what? Oh,
I have no idea.
because I know you were scared of the ATV rides, and as soon as you said, "Hey, I rode with you, Robert," I was like, "Oh wow, I know I made you piss in your pants almost." So I was like,
You were a little bit dangerous probably, but I couldn't ride the ATV because I felt my old friend Kyle. I felt him there, and I don't know if he was there. I don't know. I know that he died on one, and I was afraid of that.
mm,
And I can't leave my daughter behind. So, yeah. So that's why I did not do that. Although, I don't know. I do plenty of other stupid and dumb things that could easily take me out of this world, but I could not do that.
gotcha.
So,
Short break. Your chauffeur
Shuffler,
shuffler just showed up. He said,
awesome.
"Hey, how you doing?" And so,
Doing well.
yeah,
Looking forward to tomorrow.
yeah. All
So,
right. So take us back to before. What was your spiritual
spirituality.
life?
All right,
Spiritual
so
life
I mean,
beforehand.
I was raised in a Catholic family. My mother took us, my brothers and sisters. We went to church every Sunday morning or Saturday evening. Um, I mean, did I enjoy it? We were forced to go.
Hmm.
I mean, it was family time, but I've always enjoyed like the Christmas masses the most. Other than that, I mean, it was forced, but it's what we did. So, um, so I was raised Catholic. I raised my daughter Catholic up till she made her her communion, and then I just fell away from the Catholicism a bit, completely out of religion. I guess it actually was my divorce. I lost a lot of hope, and
Mm.
as I got into this work, I started believing in the universe, and just speaking your intentions, and if you spoke your intentions right and you believed in yourself, that the universe, and some people say the universe is God, would open doors. Things would not land in your lap, but doors would open, and you would have to work for the things that you wanted, but the opportunities became available. So, yeah. So raised Catholic, lost my faith, lost my path somewhere along the lines between divorce and now.
Mm.
Believed in the universe until Idaho, and yeah, on top of that rock, I felt a presence that I've never ever felt in my life. Yeah. All right. Ask me a question before I cry.
Oh, sorry. Shuffler says he's looking forward to tomorrow night too, man. So
Awesome.
he is. So wow. Actually, the questions don't apply anymore because you kind of went off topic.
So I guess I can go just deeper. I don't know if it has to do with it does have to do with the experience. So after the mountain, and feeling that, I felt more connected to everything I was doing, and you were witness to everything that happened. We went for that road trip to Seattle, and just everything that I had asked for or was talking about was somehow related to God.
Mhm.
And everything was happening. It was just happening. And I can't explain it. Like all the ideas we had for our classes and our coaching and I don't know. I mean, can you testify to any of that? I mean,
Well, Shuffler asked, "Do you feel that presence? What do you feel that presence was?" And he asked, "Do you think it was God?"
I 100% believe it was God.
Mm.
And just, to move forward to present day, like not a month or two ago, like even the other day, I was on my break at work and I was, doom scrolling or whatever you want to call it. And I came across a post from an old boss of mine, and he had just opened this new deli that is opening up or opened, I don't know, but he had said that he should be dead. And, he was in a home invasion and they held a gun to his head and they pulled the trigger and it jammed and he fought back. And then they got a shot off and hit him in the leg. And after that, he had lost his mother and his brother, all in due time. And then his wife had passed away. And during his wife's cancer thing, his son had gotten run over by, I think, an ATV, actually. And he feels like God was on his side. And his message was to never give up. And, I said that we were rebranding and getting this fire. I told him we were rebranding, getting this fired up. And that I believe that God let me see that post to keep me going, because that was right after the whole website thing. I was really down in the dumps. And I believe that was him. And then I told you I got out of the truck to deliver mail, and it was cloudy all day, and the clouds broke. It was like a movie, like a Hallmark movie. It was almost stupid. It was like, ugh, I don't know. So yes, I believe that presence was God.
All right. So taking us out of that trip to Idaho,
Yeah.
how does God come into your life now? Or from that trip, which was only a month ago? 2 months, a month and a
About
half.
2 months ago, month and a half, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. So he was in my life on Sunday. For the first time since all this has been happening, I decided that I was going to go back to church. And I had found a non-denominational church. And when I went, I wore, so backstory, the car trip, everything was kind of coming together. We were in a Dodge Hornet and Rob got me a Dodge Hornet t-shirt for my birthday. So I wore that to church. I got to church and there was no mass that day. They were doing community work, helping some people out in the yard work and whatnot. And some of them were going to the grocery store to ask for donations. And I did not feel comfortable doing this because I didn't know if this was where I belong yet. And I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to change. And I left. And the old me, which was coming in, was never going to come back. He said, I'll be right back. I'm going to get the milk. That's it. Bye-bye. And I had turned around and went back and I said, I'm not going to be able to assist today. I need to come to mass. I need to see what you guys are about. And at first I felt really let down again, but I realized I truly felt that God was testing me. He was seeing if I was on board. He wanted me to go back and explain myself. I don't think he expected me to do any of that, charity work for a group of people that I did not know. And I went back and I told him that, I will come back to mass next week, actually 2 weeks, to see if it's the right fit. And if it is, then I will be happy to do all that work. But I think that was a true test to see if I was truly on board.
Awesome. So Shuffler makes a statement. It says, God shows up for us when we least expect it, but need it the most. Do you feel that's true?
I don't know, because I don't know that I needed it right now. It just happened on that rock. And ever since that day, it's like a door opened. And like I even told you, it was getting annoying. Like he won't stop sometimes. I feel it. I don't know. Like I thought I was having a stroke. I didn't know what was going on. Like I'm feeling just weird things all of a sudden. And I can't explain them. Do I need God in my life right now? Sure. I mean, there's nothing going on that I would say I need it more than any other person. But I'm not going to shut this down. Everything is going in my direction right now, and I'm loving it. I think I've been manifesting this for a very long time, but I don't know why I need it more than someone else.
Mm. So describe what needing it more than somebody else. Describe what this feels like to somebody who might need it.
You broke up again. You're frozen.
Oh, can you describe what it feels like being in God's presence or being where God shows up for you?
I would say if I had to explain what it felt like, what it feels like in general every day, it's I don't know, it's like euphoric. Like things are coming to me. I'm thinking of things. I want to get things done, and the time that I need becomes available. The motivation that I need becomes available. Just everything that I need to make things happen is just they're just happening, and I don't know. I probably should have wrote more of this down, but I wanted to just go off the cuff of my brain. There's so much more that I've discussed with you in the past month on this that I couldn't explain. So
Yeah, but try to give people what it felt like, the unexplainable.
that's just how can you explain the unexplainable? I can't. I don't.
What does it feel like?
Light. It feels light. It feels euphoric. I don't know. I can't put it into words yet. But I went from believing in the universe, not so much God, to really I'm a believer. I believe there is a higher power. I believe that God is there. I truly believe that. And this is all within the last few months. Or month and a half, to be honest.
So, do you think it's changed the way you live your life?
Yeah, yeah. I do things. My life feels different. I don't do things different because since we've been doing this coaching thing, I do things. Everything I do in my life is to help people. I try to understand people. I try to accept people. I try to understand them for who they are. I try not to judge. And maybe that's it. Maybe that I've been manifesting and doing this work for so long now that I've been recognized or something. I don't know. And I'm not the angry person going through divorce that doesn't believe in God or Jesus or the church or, why would he do this to me? Now that I understand that things are happening for me, around me, allowing me to grow, that maybe I've been recognized. I don't know. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Okay.
But it's the spirit that makes sense more than the actual words that you say.
Okay. So should I just be quiet then?
No. It's good to hear somebody who just turned on the light switch.
Okay.
It's like, oh my God, there's light without a candle kind of deal.
Okay.
Now, but even though they're trying to describe light and electricity, how does the light bulb show light? So.
I know when you don't pay the electric bill, it doesn't show light anymore. The other thing that I when he told me not to fear, or I heard those words, I also remember I used to ask my mom all the time, why do we have to go to church? And she's like, because you want to go to heaven? You got to give God an hour of your time every week. And maybe that was it. Maybe that out of fear, if you don't go and worship once a week, you're going to hell. I don't think I was ever told I'm going to hell, but if I was going to go to heaven, I had to worship once a week for that hour. Just go, be quiet, don't fight with your brothers and sisters, and do what you're told. And you're going to go to heaven. So we kind of went out of fear as kids. So maybe that was the whole fear part. I don't know. But I was told to not fear. And it's, I don't know. If anybody had ever told me this story 6 months ago, I would have been like, get off the drugs, dude.
Actually, I thought you were on drugs as much as you've been talking about. It is for the last month. I'm like, are you really Gary, the one I used to know kind of deal? Um, so I, I'm going to go to Shuffler's questions. Actually, let me go to his question first. He says, maybe it's not so much that you needed it more than other people, but that you needed it more than you thought you did, which is very true. And that this was the exact moment where you're open to receive his presence.
It's possible. It's very possible because I'm definitely. I've been before this trip. I've been very open to receive whatever the universe was going to give me,
Hmm.
and clearly, I'm becoming. I'm like shifting where the universe really is God. But I don't understand this. I mean, there's people that are hurt. There's people that are homeless. There's people that are broke. There's people that need something more, way more than I need it.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't know why I need it. I'm still lost on that part.
Well, you said he told you not to fear.
Right.
My question is, what does he help replace that fear with?
What does he replace that fear with? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know if he's replacing fear with lightness or. I mean, I've definitely been more headstrong. Is that the word? Maybe for getting everything that we need to get back on top of what we've, been lagging on. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he sees what we're doing and he wants us to help more people, and that's why we discovered the website issues, and now we're moving forward and we're going to be helping more people soon. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's like I need that guy from Unsolved Mysteries here. Yeah.
So do you still have fear?
Yeah. I mean, I still fear. I mean, sure. If I didn't have
Kind of
fear, that'd be
focused on
weird.
fear.
I don't fear God. I'm not going to go play on our train track, though. That's not. I don't think he's going to save me from playing on a train track. But I do go surfing still with sharks. I'm not afraid of that. I mean, if it's my time, it's my time. So I don't know. Yes, I still have fear. Yes, but not a religion.
Spirituality
Mm-hmm.
versus religion.
Well, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Religion was like banged into my head as the first 40 some odd years of my life. So that's what I meant. Spirituality.
Do you think that helped you into this point where you are now?
I couldn't tell you because, like I said, I that's how I was raised. And then through my divorce, I had, thrown in the towel. I'd kind of given up. And I did not go on that trip looking for God. That was not my intention one bit. In fact, you know what my intention was. I went on that trip to get away, to hang out with you, to go hiking, to make content, and connect with the other guys out there.
But you did all that.
I did. On top of finding something else that I was not looking for. So it's not like I was searching for it or like I forced my brain to see it or feel it or whatever. It just happened.
Dang. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to...
None of the questions that you figured out good?
No, actually, none of the questions actually pertain to... We messed up. You should have wrote this down so that we had a better questions to go.
I didn't want to write it down. Like I said, I wanted to go off the cuff. I wanted to just give it real. Like that's...
Okay, so one of the questions was like, someone feeling lost, how would you help them? And it's like, is that something that you...
I can't. I mean, you've tried to help me find God before because you're far more religious than I am or spiritual than I am. And I just always said, you have your thing, I have my thing. And I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to try and change you. I'm not going to try and be you. You're you, I'm me. That's it. So I I don't know that I could help somebody else find what I have found, but I am definitely going back to that rock in September to figure this out.
Mm. So you got a Team Holtz. You were the right. Oh, you were in the right state of mind.
Okay.
Oh, you could have been. You could have been in the right state of. I think she's referring to being in the right state of mind as far as going to the Idaho trip.
Okay.
So
Possible. Yeah, sure.
So what else can you tell people? Going from somebody who was like, I'm mixed, sitting on the fence to, wow.
Well, if you're
It,
mixed and sitting on the fence, I'm just going to say be open to whatever possibilities are out there. Whether you find God, you find the universe, whatever you find, be open to the possibilities that there's something greater than us. Because I can put my life on it. There is something greater than us. I can guarantee you that.
mm,
I mean guarantee you that. Like, that's it. Money back.
all right.
I
So what
will, sorry.
else?
I will never force somebody to try to find this. I will never expect someone to find it. I would never send somebody out to that rock to find it. I don't know if it was like they said, like my mindset of in the right spot. I don't know. I'm just telling you that from a non-believer to where I'm at now, I am floored. In less than a month, I need to go to church. I need to find more. I need to understand this. And and even beyond that, like things in my life are just, they're constantly happening. It's, I don't know.
Awesome, brother.
Sorry, whoever watched this podcast, I was looking for clarity because you're going to get a bunch of I don't know.
Well, that is how it works at first. And clarity comes.
The only thing that he's not doing for me right now is allowing the New York Mets to win a freaking ball game.
But is that for you? I don't know.
No, that's not for
me. Team Holtz says, open to receiving. It wasn't The Rock.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
Although when we go back out there, I'm telling you right now, I'm driving that damn ATV.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
You were I don't think any of us expected you to be that shy around the ATV.
I wasn't shy. It was straight fear. It was. He was probably one of my closest friends in the Navy. And I will never forget. We got back from our first Persian Gulf tour, and we got back just in time for the holidays. And we we left the ship, I don't know why I said it, but I said, "Don't die." And he said, "You either." I said, "Okay." And I went off and went back to New York on my trip, on my vacation for how long. And I got back, and first thing I got back, and one of my buddies was like, "Smitty died." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Smitty died." And I just fucking sat on the floor. Like, I don't know. So when I see ATVs, like, I think of him. I feel him a lot. But so, yeah. All right, moving on.
Okay. And Shuffler says that's amazing. I think he was referring to a comment earlier where he says, however you found him, he finds you.
He found me.
Yeah. I think the Team Holtz just cussed. I don't know what P star means.
I know what it means. It's
okay, good.
It's the PU55Y form. So that's my brother, I'm assuming.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was your mom, Team Holtz or something. Yeah.
I don't think my mom would say that. Especially since she asked me not to curse on this podcast episode. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know what else you got for me to talk about, but I just I guess my message for this was like from someone who was a non-believer to not even a half believer, like I am all in. on this. And I would say to anybody listening, all two people probably, to just keep your heart and your mind open to anything that's possible. And like I said, if somebody had told me that same line 6 months ago, I would have probably turned it off or said, whatever, dude, you're crazy. I don't know. But that's that.
Yeah. Well, brother, I got to say, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I'm happy to share. I truly am. So.
Where else were we?
I don't know.
Your brother, he made a comment about the ATV. Your mom says you were never alone. Yes, that's true.
I believe that. I do. So.
Instead of ending on our normal segment, I want to say thank you, Gary. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
And
my pleasure.
Y'all know how to find us. We're going to end on this wonderful moment instead of just closing it out properly. How about that?
That works. I'm cool.
All right, brother.
All right.
Everybody, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. You got a closing remark you want to say, brother?
Nope. Just keep your mind, keep your heart open for anything that's possible.
All right.
That's all I got.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good one, guys.